Namaste to everyone. Pranams. Hardha Swagatam. Let us start with Guru Vandanam. गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। ध्यानम्। सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहान् त्रिनयनाम् माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत् तारानायकशेखराम् स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहाम् पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्। अरुणां करुणातरङ्गिताक्षीं धृतपाशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणचापाम् अणिमादिभिरावृतां मयूखैः अहमित्येव विभावये भवानीम्। ध्यायेत् पद्मासनस्थां विकसितवदनां पद्मपत्रायताक्षीं हेमाभां पीतवस्त्राङ्करकलितलसद्धेम पद्मां वराङ्गीम् सर्वालङ्कारयुक्तां सततमभयदां भक्तनम्रां भवानीं श्रीविद्यां शान्तमूर्तिं सकलसुरनुतां सर्वसम्पत्प्रदात्रीम् सकुङ्कुमविलेपनामलिकचुम्बिकस्तूरिकाम् समन्दहसिते क्षणां सशरचापपाशाङ्कुशाम् अशेषजनमोहिनीमरुणमाल्य भूषाम्बराम् जपाकुसुमभासुरान् जपविधौ स्मरेदम्बिकाम्। श्रीमात्रे नमः। श्रीमाता श्रीमहाराज्ञी श्रीमत्सिंहासनेश्वरी चिदग्निकुण्डसम्भूता देवकार्यसमुद्यता उद्यद्भानुसहस्राभा चतुर्बाहुसमन्विता क्षम्यताम् उद्यद्भानुसहस्राभा चतुर्बाहुसमन्विता रागस्वरूपपाषाढ्या क्रोधाकाराङ्कुशोज्ज्वला मनोरूपेक्षुकोदण्डा पञ्चतन्मात्रसायका निजारुणप्रभापूरमज्जद्ब्रह्माण्ड मण्डला। We'll do the meanings from verse number 163 till 170. Let me first chant the verse. त्रयी त्रिवर्गनिलया त्रिस्था त्रिपुरमालिनी निरामया निरालम्बा स्वात्मा रामा सुधासृतिः. The first name, Trayi. We have Trayi, right, in the class today. So as soon as I read out the name, Trayi switched on her camera. So Trayi Trivarga Nilaya Tristha Tripuramalini Niramaya Niralamba Swatma Rama Sudhasrutihi. So Trayi means the embodiment of the three Vedas, that is Rig, Yajur and Samaveda. So if we remember, we had come across the name Veda Janani also, the mother of all the Vedas. So Trayi means it's a triple revelation, that is the embodiment of the three Vedas, that is Rig, Yajur and Sama. Trivarga Nilaya. Trivarga means three groups or three objects. Nilaya means abode. So Trivarga Nilaya, abode of three objects. So this abode of, there are basically four Purusharthas, right? Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. So here Trivarga Nilaya means the Nilaya, Dhama or abode of the three Purusharthas or the objects of desire, which we all as seekers wish, right? We want our desires to be fulfilled. So Dharma, Artha and Kama. The fourth one is not mentioned here, the Moksha. That is because Devi herself is that Moksha Datri or Moksha Swarupa, Moksha Daini. So it is not mentioned. But however, abode of three objects, that is Dharma, Artha, Kama. It can also be considered as the other three vargas, we can say. There are different kinds of, we will see that in the next name actually. So as of now, consider she is the abode of the three objects of desire, which we all of us, the seekers, desire. Tristha means who is residing in the three periods or who is there in three divisions or three objects, etc. Again, so the three here refers to the, it can be the Kala, the time, present, past and the future. We can also consider the trinities. She is residing in the trinities. She is the three syllable, the pranava, that is the omkara, or three worlds, three gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. So tristha, residing in the three basically. Primarily residing in three periods, that is present, past and future. Again, she's, if you remember, she's Aja, Kshaya Vinirmukta, Anadi Nidhana. She was the evidence for Shiva's Tandava Nritya during Pralaya. So she basically, this name further strengthens that she is there at all times. She was there at all times before the creation, during creation, protection, and the final destruction. Tripura Malini Devi, there is a Devi. She is in the form of that Devi Tripura Malini. In the Sri Chakra, we have spoken about different prastaras of Sri Chakra. So one of the prastara has the, like we also spoke about the yoginis in different prastaras or the halls, we can say. So one of such halls is headed by this form of Devi, Tripura Malini. So Tripura Malini. Niramaya means one who has no sickness or no diseases, no stains attached. She is free from all kinds of diseases. Devi herself is a medicine for all kinds of diseases. So obviously, without any doubt, she is Niramaya. She is always without any afflictions of pain, etc., etc. So we can remember the previous names. Sarva Vyadhi Prashamani, Roga Parvata Dambholaye, Mrityudaru Kutharika, right? So she is Niramaya. Niralamba means Alamba means support, dependency. So Niralamba means one who does not require any kind of support because she is the supporter of this entire universe. So She is Niralamba. She does not require any kind of dependency. She does not have any kind of dependency, or she does not have any kind of support requirement, because the entire universe is dependent on her. Remember the name Pratishtha. So she is the Pratishtha, foundation, Adhara for everything in this universe. Swatma Rama. Swatma Rama means Swa Atma, in the self. Arama, rejoicing in the self. She is always rejoicing in herself. So this name further strengthens the previous names like Niramaya, Niralamba, where Devi is free from all kinds of diseases. She does not require any support and she is rejoicing in the self. So in Devi Saptashati, in the Yuddha that happens with Shumbha, the Daitya, Devi fought with him, staying in the Vyoma, the space, the air, Niralamba, without any support. So that is Niralamba. And then Svatma Rama, rejoicing in self. Sudha Sritihi. Sudha Sritihi. Sudha means nectar. Sritihi means stream. So Sudha Sritihi, she is a stream of nectar. The stream of nectar, which is the flow of affection towards the devotees. uh, we had come across the name Sudha Sarabhi Varshini also for Devi. So she is that Sudha Srutihi, or the stream of nectar for the bhaktas. Let us look at the next verse. Samsara panka nirmagna samudharana pandita yajna priya yajna kartri yajamana swarupini. Samsara Panka Nirmagna Samudharana Pandita, a very beautiful name. This is one name actually. Pandita. Pandita, who is a Pandita? Who is very knowledgeable, who is very skilled, is very adept. So Devi is a Pandita. So in this specific name, she is the Pandita, she is that skilled person, Gnani, who is doing the Uddhara, Samudharana, raising somebody, doing the Uddhara basically, of whom? Of the devotees. From what she is doing the Uddhara, or from what she is raising them, she is raising from them from the Samsara Panka. She is raising those who are nimagna. Nimagna means who are engrossed, engaged, who are sunk. So where are they sunk? In this samsara chakra, bhava chakra of life and death, the birth and death. So she is doing the uddara of those people who are so much immersed in this samsara chakra, of those devotees who are in this samsara panka. So that is why she is called as Samsara Panka Nirmagna Samudharana Pandita. So in Kurma Purana, it is mentioned, Ye Managapi Sharvani Smaranti Sharanartinaha Dustara Apara Samsara Sagare Na Patanti Te. Those who, even if they little bit remember Devi, the Bhaktas, in this very difficult to cross this samsara sagara, they will not fall. So, samsara panka nirmagna samudharana pandita. Yajna priya means one who is fond of sacrifices. So, what are the sacrifices? Sacrifices in the general sense, we all considered as the offerings of devotees, the homa, yajna, etc. We can also consider this if we are doing a japa yajna, that is chanting the names of Devi, that is also a yajna. So if we are of any kind of offering, the offering to Devi with bhakti can be considered as a yajna. The worship, japa, meditating upon her, dhyana, etc. So all these kinds of sacrifices, or Devi is fond of that. She does not expect that it has to be a very expensive and a very detailed vrata, etc. So any kind of sacrifice to the Devi with bhakti is considered as a yajna, and she is fond of that yajna. So yajna priya. Yajna kartri, she is the she herself is a doer of sacrifices, we can say, a director of sacrifices. That means one who gets the sacrifices done. Yajamana Swarupini, one who is in the Swarupa of Yajamana for that particular sacrifice, the owner, the sacrificer, we can say. She is in the form of that Yajamana. So she is Yajamana Swarupini. There is also another interesting interesting interpretation for this name. So Shiva is called as Yajamana Murtihi. So she is the consort of Shiva. So Yajamana Swarupini. It is said that there are 8 different forms of Shiva, like Shiva, Bhava, Sarva, Ishana, Pashupati, Rudra, Ugra, etc. So one of the forms is Yajamana. So Yajamana Murtihi. So there is no there's no difference between Shiva and Devi. So she is Yajamana Swarupini. We had come across the name Ashtamurti, Ashtamurti Rajajayatri, right? So Ashtamurti, that is also the 8 forms we can refer to. So we have 4 names in this verse. Let's look at the next one. धर्माधाराधनाध्यक्षा धनधान्यविवर्धिनी विप्रप्रिया विप्ररूपा विश्वभ्रमणकारिणी. Dharmadhara. Adhara means supporter. Supporter of what? Of dharma. Dharmasya adhara. Adhara Shaktihi. So she is the Alambana. She is the Adhara, supporter, dependency for Dharma. So she is the supporter of Dharma. Dharme Sarvam Pratishthitam iti uktihi asti. Everything is Dharma is a foundation for everything, right? Dharme Sarvam Pratishthitam. And for that Dharma, she is the support for that Dharma. So she is Dharmadhara. So she makes the Dharma to be the supporter for everything by supporting that Dharma. Dhanadhyaksha. Dhanadhyaksha means one who is the head of wealth or ruler of wealth. But we all know that ruler of wealth is Kubera, right? So Kubera is known to be the Dhanadhyaksha. But Devi is considered as Dhanadhyaksha because Kubera again is one of the great worshippers, bhaktas of devotee of Devi. And it is said that there is no difference between the worshipper and the worshipped. That is the worshipper and the Devi. So that is why she is the Dhanadhyaksha. Dhanadhanya Vivardhini. Vivardhini means one who increases, makes it more, increases it. So what does she increase? She increases the dhana and dhanya. Dhana means wealth, dhanya means grains. So she increases the wealth, money and the grains of the devotees. So she is dhana dhanya vivardhini. And if we try to interpret this line, so she is the supporter of dharma. So for those who follow this dharma, she is the ruler of wealth. That is, being the ruler of wealth, she increases their wealth overall. So dhana dhanya vivardhini, she is called as, because she is the dhanadhyaksha. Viprapriya means one who is fond of the Vipra means Brahmanas, Vijas, twice born. So she is fond of the Vipras who know Vedas and Shastra. Viprarupa, these Brahmanas are her manifestations. So she is in that form of Brahmanas themselves. So she is considered as Viprarupa because Vipras are her manifestations. Because we all know that all the devatas reside in, it's said to be that all the devatas reside in the Brahmanas and who know the Vedas. So Viprarupa, she is the she is the one who has Vipras as her manifestations. Vishwabhramanakarini. Vishwa means this universe, this world. Brahmana means one who is making it to move, that is revolving. Karini, causes, doing. So she is the cause of the revolution of this universe. She is the one who is able to turn the chakra, the movement of this universe itself. So Vishwabhramana Karini, she is considered as. Let's look at the next name. विश्वग्रासा विद्रुमाभा वैष्णवी विष्णुरूपिणी अयो निर्योनि निलया कूटस्था कुलरूपिणी Vishwagrasa means one who can consume this entire universe, all animate and inanimate. So she is capable of, she is all pervading, she is present everywhere. She can consume this entire universe. So she is Vishwagrasa. Vidrumabha means Vidruma means Abha means the shining or luster. Vidruma means the coral. So she has the color of that coral. So Vidrumabha. She has the luster or the brightness of that coral. So Vidrumabha. The other way to we can interpret this name is with means knowledge. Druma means tree. So she is the tree of knowledge. The Devi is like the tree of knowledge. That means she is the one who spreads the uh, that knowledge or tejas. So generally, a tree is compared to knowledge because the tree spreads the grows, spreading the branches, leaves, fruits, whatever. So she is considered as the Vidruma, that is the tree of knowledge, um, by which we actually have another name which says who Gnanada, right? So one who gives, the giver of knowledge. So Vidrumabha. Vaishnavi. So she is having a form of Devi, that is Vaishnavi Devi. So in that is one meaning is she has that power of Vishnu, Vaishnavi, we can say, but she is in the form of that Vaishnavi Devi, in the form of Vishnu. In Devi Purana, also it is mentioned that Devi Rupa is carrying the conch, the disc, and the club. So that is the Shankha Chakra Gada. So she is that form of Vaishnavi Devi. Vishnu Rupini. Vishnu Rupini means she herself is in the form of Vishnu. We have come across the name Govinda Rupini also. So Vishnu Rupini. Ayonil Yoni Nilaya. So here there are two names, Ayonihi and Yoni Nilaya. Ayonil Yoni Nilaya. While chanting, we will chant this together. But there are two names here, Ayonihi and Yoni Nilaya. Ayonihi means she is not originating from anything. So she is one who does not have an origin or an end. Anadi Nidhana, Aja, right? She is always there. Mahanitya, she is ever there, ever present at all times. So Ayonihi, she is Ayonihi. Yoni Nilaya means, so Nilaya means we can say the abode or origin. She is the origin for this universe. So she is the Srimata for the universe. So she is the Yoni Nilaya. So during the during the Pralaya, the entire universe again merges in her Nilaya. So Laya. So she is the Yoni Nilaya. So she is the origin of this universe and everything gets immersed again. Kutastha means um, one who is we can say governing the ignorance is one. What it actually means, she governs the in this samsara chakra. So there is a true the true blissful form of soul which is hidden because of the ignorance. She governs that ignorance, this ignorance of we can say Janma Mrityu Chakra. If we refer back to the देवी सप्तशती या देवी सर्वभूतेषु भ्रान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. So what it means is she governs this illusion or she governs this ignorance. Um, the word Kuta also has another meaning. We can say it's a peak or a hill. So she's the one who is in that peak residing in the peak. Um, Interestingly, Kuta also means the lathe which of an ironsmith, lathe used by an ironsmith. So which is capable of changing the shape of anything, but it does not change its own shape, right? A lathe. So Devi is that kind of Kutastha. I know it's not a very direct comparison. So Kutastha, where she is capable of changing everything, but she does not undergo any change. So she is Kutastha. Kula Rupini, Kula Rupini. So there is um, if you know there were names like we had come across Kula Yogini, Kaula Marga Tatpara Sevita, Kulantastha, Kula Kundalaya, etc. Right? So Kula Rupini here refers to one who is in that path of Kulas, or is the form of that Kaula Marga. That is a path of, that's also a way of worshipping the Devi. So Kutastha Kula Rupini. Kuta can also refer to the different kutas of the Sri Chakra like Vabhava, etc. So let's look at the next name. Veera Goshti Priya Veera Naishkarmya Nadarupini Vijnana Kalana Kalya Vidagdha Baindavasana. Veera Goshti Priya. Veera Goshti Priya means, one second. Veera Goshti Priya means one who is fond of the Goshti. Goshti means assembly, meeting, something which is used for discussing very good thing. Goshti, assembly. So she's fond of the assembly of the Veeras, warriors. Even the devotees can also be referred to as the that is the worshippers of Devi can also be referred to as the Veeras. So Veera Goshti Priya. So she is fond of these Veeras. Then Veera, she herself has a name, Veera. Veera means one who is valorous, one who is very courageous. Veera, she is a Veera. So, Veera. Naishkarmya, Naishkarmya means uh, he does not have any relationship with any kind of actions, the karma. So, she is called as Naishkarmya. So though it seems that she does the actions, but the result of doing the actions and not doing the actions does not impact her. So she is called as Naishkarmya. So where did we stop? Naishkarmya. The next name in this verse is the Nada Rupini. She is in the form of that Nada. What is that Nada? Which is like beyond this Pranava. Nada Rupini. That is the mystic sound. So she is in the form of that Nada. Vijnana Kalana. Vijnana Kalana means she is uh, she's causing that realization of that supreme absolute or the supreme Brahman. So causing that perception. So Vijnana Kalana. So again we can remember the previous names. Shiva Jnana Pradaini, Jnanada. So Vijnana Kalana. Kalya. Kalya means Kala. Kala means arts, right? Kalya means one who is very skillful in the arts, and that is who is able to, she is able to create anything. So she is skillful in all kinds of arts. So she is Kalya. Chatushashti Kalamai was there, right? Kalamala. Vidagdha. Vidagdha means one who is very skillful or adept. So Kalya and Vidagdha. So all these two are like interrelated. She is skillful in the arts and she is very dexterous. She is very adept, extremely skillful. So she is called as Vidagdha. Baindavasana. Baindavasana, one who is seated on the Baindava. Baindava means the Bindu. So the Bindu in this, which is in the center of the Sarvanandamaya Chakra. So she is seated on that Bindu. So that is the center of the Sri Chakra. So she is called as, she's got this name. One who is seated on this Baindava, Bindu. So Baindavasana, Asana, Bindu Asana, Baindavasana. Tattvadhika Tattvamayi Tattvamarthaswarupini सामगानप्रिया सौम्या सदा शिवकुटुम्बिनी. Tattvadika, she is beyond all the tattvas. There are different tattvas, so she is in the form of the tattvas. She is beyond, she is adhika, more beyond all that tattvas. So she is tattvadika. Tattva can also be the philosophy. There are the number of tattvas varies as per different text. So it is said generally 36 tattvas. So tattvadika, tattvamayi, tattvamayi, who is in that form of that tattvas, that 36 cosmic tattvas, that is tattvamayi. Tattvamartha swarupini, tattvamartha swarupini. Artha means meaning, Swarupini means form. So she is in the form of that Artha of that what is that? That Tattvam. What is Tattvam? Tat Tvam. So she is in the form of Tat Tvam. So that meaning Artha Swarupini. She is in that meaning, or she is in the form of that Tatutvam, Tattvam, Tattwamasi. You are that. What is that Tat? That Tat is that Paramatma. Tatutvam. So that is why that is that Twamasi is there. So it is also considered a very interesting interpretation is like Tat is the Shiva, and Tvam is the soul. So it is the Tat Tvam, the Shiva Shakti, the unity of Shiva and Shakti. So she is in that form of Tat, because there is no difference between Shiva and Shakti. So Tat Tvam Asi. So she is in that form. Samagana Priya, Samagana, Sama, we know there is the Samaveda. Samagana, music. She's fond of the music, that is Samaveda. She's fond of music. Fond of Sama songs. It is said that music originates from Samaveda. So she is the Devi, one who is fond of Samaveda, one who is fond of the songs of music. She is the Samagana Priya. So it is said in Ramayana, in Uttarakanda also, that the Ravana pleased Ishvara by singing the by songs from Samaveda. By singing Samaveda, he pleased Shiva, it is said. Samabhihi vividhaihi stotraihi pranamya sa dashananaha iti. So he praised Ishvara and got the boons by singing the song, singing the Samaveda. Saumya means one who is fit to be adored in the Soma sacrifice. Soma Yaga, it calls a kind of Yaga. Soma also means moon. So Saumya can also mean one who pleases the minds of everybody like moon, like Soma. So Saumya. So one who is fit to be adored in Soma sacrifice, one who can please the chitta of everyone like moon. So Saumya. Soma, also another interpretation is Soma, that is Shiva accompanied by Uma, Soma, Saumya. Saumya means one who has Shiva as part of her, Devi who has Shiva as her part, Soma as her part. Soma can be Shiva. So she is Saumya. So this reminds of the other name, Shrikanthartha Sharirini. So one who has the half Sharira of Shrikanta, that is Parameshwara, Saumya. Savyapasavya margastha sarvapad swastha swabhava madhura. Savyapasavya margastha sarvapad swastha swabhava madhura dhira dhira samarchita. Savya Apasavya Margastha. If we split this name, Savya Apasavya Margastha, which means Savya Marga and Savya and Apasavya. So she can be reached both Margastha, she is there on the path. So she can be reached by the path of right and left path, which is usually considered as, that is Savya right and Apasavya as left. So that by the Bhakti Marga or the Tantra Marga. So it is both the ways it is said. The other way of looking at is Savya is considered as creation, Apasarvya as destruction. She does both. She is in that Marghastha. She is the Srishtikartri. She is also the Samharini. She is also the Goptri, that is Rakshakari. So Savyapa Savya Marghastha. So she can be the other way of interpretation of the name. So the direct interpretation is one who can be reached both by the right and the left paths. Sarvapadvinivarini, Sarva Apadvinivarini. So she Nivarini means Nivarini means removes, destroys, takes away all kinds of apat. Apat means the misfortunes, difficulties that we face. Sarva, all kinds of. She is one of very powerful name. Sarvapat Vinivarini. She removes all dangers. Again, if we can remember the verse. शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. So one who take refuge in her, she removes all their difficulties and protects them of all those dinas. So Sarvapat Vinivarini, very powerful name. Swastha means she is devoid of all kinds of agitations or distress. That is no sorrow. Swastha, she doesn't have any kind of agitation or sorrow. Does not have an agitated mind. She is in that form of happiness. This again, we can remember the name Swatma Rama, right? So she is in that form of happiness. So she's settled in that self because she's swastha like that, because she is Niramaya and she is Niralamba. Right? She does not require any support, and Niramaya, she does not have any diseases. So she is swastha. Swabhava Madhura means one. Swabhava means the nature, the Swabhava. Madhura means nature here is the Prakriti of the self, Swabhava. Madhura means sweet. So one whose nature is very sweet or very soft, Madhura, very Madhura. So Swabhava Madhura, she is very sweet by her nature. She is very sweet to her bhaktas. So Swabhava Madhura. So that is the Swabhava Madhura. Madhura here can also be considered as like Madure, the devotee, the Devi over there, the deity over there is Meenakshi Devi. So Madhura, so where there is this sweetness of Devi. So Madhura Meenakshi, Swabhava Madhura, whose nature is very soft or very sweet. Dhira means deity of the 10th day, that is the Nitya Devata. Ira, there is a Devi who is the Pradatri, giver of Jnana, knowledge. So she is the Dhira. Dhira can also mean the learned or very knowledgeable, or one who is very courageous, knowledgeable and learned. So she is the deity called as Ira, who gives knowledge. Dhira Samarchita. So Dhira Samarchita. Adored or worshipped. Samarchita means very well worshipped, very much adored by the Dhiras. Dhiras here can mean those knowledgeable people, learned people, wise people. So she is worshipped by the very well worshipped, best worshipped by the offerings from these Dhiras. Let us look at the next verse. Chaitanyarghya Samaradhya Chaitanya Kusuma Priya Sadodita Sadatushta Tarunaditya Patala. Chaitanyarghya Samaradhya. Aradhya means worshipped. Samaradhya means like very well worshipped, specially Vishesha, like very specially, very well worshipped. Samaradhya. How is she worshipped? One who is worshipped with that Chaitanya Arghya. So here, Chaitanya Arghya. So Arghya means we all know that when we do the puja, we would have come across, right? Arghya, Padya, etc. So Arghya, that is which is given as an oblation to the god. So Devatas. So that is Arghya. So here, what is that which is being given as an oblation? As an Arghya, what is given is that Chaitanya itself. That is that consciousness. That is pure consciousness which is given as an oblation to that as an arghya to Devi here. So that chit itself, that chaitanya, that energy, that pure consciousness towards the Devi, that itself is an arghya which is given to the Devi. So she is the one who is worshipped with that chaitanya as an arghya, as an oblation. So that is chaitanyarghya samaradhya. Chaitanya Kusuma Priya. Chaitanya Kusuma. Kusuma means flower. Priya means one who likes, one who is fond of. So what is that she is fond of? Of that Chaitanya Kusuma. What is the here? That Chaitanya is that chit, that is that pure knowledge or that consciousness. That is the Chaitanya. That is a flower. That Chaitanya, that flower of knowledge. So Devi is fond of that flower of knowledge. And if you look at the previous name, so she is worshipped with that consciousness or that knowledge or that Chaitanya as an oblation, as an arghya, and she is fond of that Chaitanya Pushpa or Chaitanya flower. So if we see these two names together, what we can understand is what Devi expects is only that mind or the chit of that conscious bhakti of the devotees towards her, and nothing really, as you know, the expensive things for the very um, uh, uh, too much of the or expensive offerings or ratas, etc. So she is that Chaitanya Kusuma Priya. Sadodita, Sadodita means one who shines in the hearts of the good people is one. Sada Udita, if we can also consider this, which means she is ever raising by her self light or self illumination. So Sadodita, one who shines in the hearts of the good people, good Sat, good people. Sad Udita. So Sat here means the good. So Udita shines. So Sadodita, or one who is ever raising by self luster or self illumination, Sadodita. Sada Tushta, she is always contented, she is always happy. Again, we can refer to the previous names, right? Swatma Rama, then Swastha, Swabhava Madhura, Niramaya, etc. So she is always ever pleased. She's Swatmananda Lavibhuta Brahma Dhyananda Santatihi. So she's always self-blissful. Tarunaditya Patala. Taruna Aditya Patala means Patala means that crimson color, red color, or rosy hue. So she is in that color, that crimson or rosy hue color, which is like the Taruna Aditya. Aditya means sun. Taruna Aditya means the young sun. That is the morning sun, the rising sun. So she is rosy hued like the Tarunaditya, that is the morning sun. So here we complete 170 verses. I request, oh, did I leave out any names? Kshamyatam. Let me just cross check. Oh, yes. I left out in the verse 168. Samagana Priya Saumya Sadashiva Kutumbini. I think I missed the meaning of the word Sadashiva Kutumbini. Sadashiva Kutumbini. Kutumbini means one who is the consort of the wife of Priya, of whom? Of Sadashiva. That is Ishvara. So Sadashiva Kutumbini. So if we look at, like, remember these three names. Samagana Priya, fond of the Samaveda, the songs, basically Sama songs. Saumya, who is fit to be adored in Soma's sacrifice. And also Saumya can mean Soma, with Ishvara and Uma. So together, so Saumya, one who is the consort of Soma, Someshwara. Sadashiva Kutumbini, so the wife of Sadashiva, that is Parameshwara. Yes. So I think with this we have completed all the meanings of all the names of the verses that we have learned till date. So we have only 9 minutes. I will try to call out as many names as possible in this 9 minutes. Nileka, can you chant 163, verse number 163? I have unmuted you.
Ram.
163, verse number.
Trayi Trivarga Nilaya Tristha Tripuramalini Niramaya Niralamba स्वात्मा रामा सुधाश्रुतिः
सुधाश्रुतिः.
सुधाश्रुतिः
It is sa, okay?
या
Srutihi.
या
Ha
या
Srutihi.
सुधाश्रुतिः श्रु
Correct. Srutihi.
श्रुतिः या
Should not say sha. It is not sha. It is sa.
स या
Srutihi.
सुधाश्रु
Srutihi.
सुधाश्रुतिः या
Srutihi.
श्रुतिः या
Sorry, not sha. Sa. Sa.
स
As in, Swatma Rama sa, Tristha sa, Sandhya sa, Saumya sa. So sa. Sudha Srutihi.
सुधाश्रुतिः या
You can focus on this.
या या sure.
Dhanyavada.
Thank you. Ram Ram Ram.
Shivakumaran Mahodaya.
संसार पंग निर्मग्नत् समुद्धरण पंडिता यज्ञ प्रिया यज्ञकर्त्री यजमान स्वरूपिणी.
धन्यवादः महोदय.
धन्यवादः भगिनी.
राजश्री भगिनी.
धर्माधारा धनाध्यक्षा धनधान्यविवर्धिनी विप्रप्रिया विप्ररूपा विश्वभ्रमणकारिणी.
धन्यवादः. जय श्रीविद्या.
विश्वग्रासा विद्रुमाभा वैष्णवी विष्णुरूपिणी अयोनिर्योनिनिलया कूटस्था कुलरूपिणी.
Uttamam Bhagini. Only in the first name, Ayonir Yoni. We should not prolong this Ayoni. It's a short vowel there. Ayonir Yoni Nilaya.
अयोनिर्योनिनिलया.
Perfect. Uttamam. Dhanyavadaha.
Thank you.
Anagha.
राम राम राम.
Ram Ram Ram.
वीरगोष्ठी प्रिया वीरा नैष्कर्म्या नादरूपिणी विज्ञानकलना कल्या विदग्धा बैन्दवासना.
Uttamam. Very good. Kamal Narayan.
तत्त्वाधिका तत्त्वमयी तत्त्वमर्थस्वरूपिणी सामगानप्रिया सौम्या सदाशिवकुटुम्बिनी.
Tamam. Dhanyavadaha. Gayatri Manjunath.
राम राम भगिनी.
Ram Ram Ram.
सौव्यापसव्यमार्गस्था सर्वापद्विनिवारिणी स्वस्था स्वभावमधुरा धीरा धीरसमर्चिता.
Uttamam. Dhanyavadaha. Janaki
धन्यवाद.
Radharam.
Okay. चैतन्यार्घ्यसमाराध्या चैतन्यकुसुमप्रिया सदोदिता सदा तुष्टा तरुणादित्यपाटला. धन्यवाद.
So we have completed till 170. Like we are almost at the end of this learning course, and in the upcoming classes I'll be doing more revision and also one revision of the pronunciation, revision of the verses, and in addition to that we will also be giving you information on the assessments. Once we complete the course, there will be little time for you to practice, and you could take up the assessment based on your the kind of assessment you would like to take. Typically, there will be two types of assessments. One is memorizing, the other is seeing the script and doing the parayana. So we will come back to you on the exact structure of the assessment because meanings are also there. I'll keep you posted in the upcoming classes. Since it's going to be more of revision and this information, just wanted to give a heads up so that you can follow the classes. We'll be completing the course shortly. So let us close the class today with Mangalam. सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके देवि नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते. धन्यवादाः. नमस्कारं to everyone.